Welcome to this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have Sylvain Mancuso. He has transformed from a traditional physiotherapist to a holistic health practitioner. Welcome to the show, Sylvain.
Hi, hey, how are you?
I'm very good, Sylvain. Nice to have you on the show.
Thanks to invite me.
You are welcome to the show. You are welcome to India in this online form, and I'm sure not just in India, but a lot of people across the globe will benefit from what we are going to discuss about. We'll be talking about holistic approach to health and wellness. So, to understand first, Sylvain is from a traditional physiotherapist to a holistic health practitioner. Tell us a bit about your own journey into this line, and then we'll get to the other questions.
Okay, I'm Sylvain Mancuso. I'm the owner of Mancuso Clinic and integrales.io, and my travel from a physiotherapist to a holistic approach begin in France, in Paris. I did my physiotherapy study in Paris a few years ago. I'm not going to give the date. It's going to feel old if I say that. And I began to work as a physiotherapist, and my challenge as a physiotherapist is it was that I was focusing too much on the symptom. And one of my first patients was a patient with sciatica pain. And I tried everything. I just had my graduation from physiotherapy school, and I was trying to find a way to help her, but as no result after a few sessions. And I chat with my colleague, and my colleague was an osteopath. And I said, okay, I'm stuck with this patient. I don't know what I'm doing, but there is some, she's feeling better for a few days, and she came back with the same pain. I was a little bit frustrated, and my colleague Claire at this time said, okay, let's send me the patient and I will see what can I do with her. And I sent her the patient. In only 2 sessions, the patient had no sciatica pain anymore. And I asked my colleague, what did I miss, or what did I did wrong, or something. I missed something because, I tried everything I can and the pain was still there. And this patient had a bad ankle sprain 2 years ago. And from that, she was limping and her back was painful. But the back was not the root cause of the problem. The ankle was the root cause of the issue. And when I say to my colleague, okay, did I miss something? And say, no, you don't miss anything. The fact that in physiotherapy school, we are all often to focus on the symptom, and we don't look from the head to the toe. And from that, I decided to go back to school and do osteopathy. And after graduation, osteopathy gave me this approach of the physical global health, from the head to the toe. Look at about, if you have back pain, sometimes it's not come from the back, it can come from your upper back or your hip or your knee, or many things can increase the risk of back pain. And slowly I begin to change my way to work and bring this holistic approach on the physical side to say, okay, with that I can really help. But again, in my discovery, I see that I was seeing patients, but their mindset can be a big issue in their recovery, because the mindset is going to change the way you see things and the way you do things, and can increase the risk of injury, and at the same time slower the time of recovery. And I begin to implement mindset in my practice as a therapist to really help patients to change their mindset about chronic pain, for example, because sometimes chronic pain can be a way to feed some human needs. And depending how you switch the mindset, you can help the patient to have more result with the same physical treatment. And I see that the mindset was really efficient. The physical side was always efficient, but we always say it's work with three, a triangle or a triad. And I said, okay, what did I miss? Because I know some patient was recovery faster, but still some things to try to add. And I decided to help patient about nutrition because I read a lot about that, and nutrition can increase your inflammation in the system. And now with the clinic, we have this complete approach with the physical health, the mindset coaching, and the nutrition, because as we say at the beginning, it's a holistic approach. And working only on the symptom is not going to give you a long-term relief. It's really a change of mindset, physical health, and nutrition who is going to help our client. And it's how I start. I start from physio, and now I'm the owner of the clinic and try to manage more the clinic. But it's really, how your brain can work on your body and how your body can work on your brain. It's really where we are going now in the practice.
Right, Sylvain. Now, let me understand for the audience. You talked about, mindset and emotional well being impact physical health, particularly in the context of chronic pain. Now, you have this knowledge about physiotherapy, you know about holistic health. But when it is about mindset and emotional well being, then sometimes it can border on things which is related to mental health, related to therapists and all. So
Yeah,
how do you venture into that area? Because it needs a particular degree of expertise and also finesse. So how do you manage this
we, we
part within the things that you do?
we don't do on the psychological, like depression or thing like that. It's not really in our field. We go more on the life coaching side, how mindset can change. For example, when we talk about mindset, is your everyday habits. Sometimes you do something to feed your needs. We spoke about 6 different human needs. We have growth, contribution, love and connection, significance, certainty, uncertainty, and uncertainty. I 6. Sorry, I was 6. And depending what you do is going to feed your human needs. And the chronic pain can feed some human needs. I can give you an example. For example, I had a patient. She was coming to see me with a chronic fatigue. I was doing everything on the physical side. I was trying to help her on the nutrition side. And I said, okay, when you have this chronic fatigue, what's happening in the house? And she said, my partner is kind with me. My daughter doesn't yell, and everyone is looking after me. And so, okay, when you have your chronic fatigue, you have connection with your partner, you have significance, and you have certainty. And when you do something and it's feeding at least 3 human needs, your brain is going to be like addicted to these things. And I say, okay, your chronic fatigue is a way to connect with your partner as significance and certainty. And we just did a simple exercise. Okay, that's chronic fatigue is a bad vehicle. How we can change this vehicle with something else. And we chat about maybe do some date with our daughter or try to spend quality time, because we were talking about love language too, to try to understand how she can connect with her partner. And from that, she understood that her chronic fatigue as a way to feed her human needs. And when we break these things, when we just show to her that it was a way to feed her human needs, she catch the things and change some habits to be able to connect with her partner without needed to be chronic fatigue. And it's more in this way. We don't go in the depression side. We go on the stress management side, because stress is a big thing too. But we are not psychologists. We really try to help people on the everyday life habit, how to change their everyday habit to help them to recover and be healthier.
Right, right, Sylvain. Now, in terms of the modern medicine, a lot of complaint is from all the people. Doctors are short of time. Patients don't get that much of time. In this process, there needs a lot of requirement of time. How are you able to take out time for this? Because looking at things holistically needs a bit of more time and with the patient. So I want to understand then, how is it that you can do it but others are not able to do it when they come to them?
We take time with our patient. We know we are not 5 minutes with them and try to give them a prescription. We know we have at least 30 minutes with them, but the biggest challenge, and you're right, is the time between patient, because when I see patient all day long, or when my team is seeing patient all day long, it's really hard to have time with them. And it's why at the clinic we implement an online program. Then when people leave, they have access to a bunch of tools to help them at home, because more studies show that the education you give to your patient is going to increase the result you have during the session. Because when I don't know, I don't know your background, but we say that when we go to school, we just keep 30% of what we heard in school, when the teacher is saying. But we have the same issue with our patient. When we talk to patients, they only keep 30% of what we said. And it's why we implement an online platform under Mancuso Clinic, where they can have access to mindset coaching. They can have access to a lot of resources. For example, we have a specific course on sleeping, because sleeping habit is going to help you to recover. If you don't sleep well, you can't, it will be way harder to recover. And because you're right, we have this lack of time and we can't multiply time. We decided to implement online support to our clients. Then when they leave, they are not by themselves. We are still with them. They can contact us with text. They can contact us. We have a support team behind us to help we send a text to every patient to see how they feel. And if they need anything, they can text us and they will have an answer in an hour. Not during the night, but during the day, they will have access to us as soon. And when they have a specific question, the text is sent to the therapist and is going to answer directly, and the support team is going to take care of them. We really need, you're really right. We need to be more involved with the patient, and we need to support them way more than the normal medicine. But the normal medicine is more emergency medicine. Are you going to see your physician when you are feeling right? You only see the physician when you are feeling sick. And is emergency medicine is going to take care of you because you are sick, but they are not looking at you when you are feeling pretty good, but on the borderline to be sick. And the way we see things at Mancuso Clinic and me as a holistic practitioner, our job is to keep the patient healthy. And we need to support them more. And if we don't do our job correctly, maybe they will fall in the normal medicine. But the normal medicine is looking at the symptom and looking at you when you are sick. They are not keeping you healthy. But it's recurring time.
Right, Sylvain. Now, help me understand in terms of allopathic medicine. Normally, when a patient goes, they get something in hand, some sort of medicine, and they feel good about it. That yes, I am now going to be well. In your kind of treatment, holistic health, several times you don't have anything to give except that you can know more about the patient, and there will be much more mindset sort of understanding and emotional sort of an understanding that will where the words will. How do patients take this part? uh, because here they have not got anything in hand except for some good words, and some much more detailed understanding about them. Is the understanding growing about this field more, or is it like that they are just there to try it out?
The fact that people doesn't react if they are not in pain. And because when the patient is coming to see us, they are in pain, they have back pain, neck pain, or depending
Okay.
the type of them they are, pain they have, they want to be involved and they want to recover the faster they can because they don't want to stay heal or avoid to do their everyday habit, everyday activity, and because they want to recover, they are a little bit more involved. After we have the habit to talk about the 2 minute shift, we don't want, every year we see so many people at the New Year's resolution. They say, okay, I'm going to change my diet, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do and they stick with that in January, but in February it's done because it's too much things. They ask them to change so many things that they can't stick with it. Our way to see things is, okay, we give you a lot of information, but if you just want to implement one or two, it's fine because it's the compound interest on the year that you will have result. We don't want to see you change everything. If you want to change everything, it's fine, but we know that you will not keep that for a long time because it's too much things to change. But if you just change a little bit, for example, we have a diet, anti-inflammatory diet. And when I give that to my patient, I said, if you don't want to follow the diet, it's fine. Just look about the nutrition you need to avoid, the food you need to avoid to reduce your inflammation. If you want to do the diet, do the cooking and do everything, you have everything you want to do it, but just look about which type of food can increase your inflammation. Just look at that. Just be aware about that. And when the patient is in the kitchen and opening the fridge, he just read a list of 10 items, but you say, okay, maybe I'm going to avoid this milk or avoid the sugar stuff, or, because it's increasing the inflammation. Okay, I'm going to choose something else. And this small twitch is going to help you on the long run. And you're right, we can't ask to people to change everything and stick to everything we said, but we can just give them many small things to just tweak a little bit to help them to feel better on the long run.
Right, Sylvain. So a lot of people who are, say, in different corners of the world, and they want to get started with this whole holistic journey to health and wellness. What is the easiest way for them to get started? Uh,
We,
right.
we just launched an online program where we bring the mindset, the nutrition side, and the exercise side. I can't go to India to treat people. I would love to do that, but it's a long trip, but maybe one day, I don't know, I would love to do some humanitarian work and come in country. And I did that in Peru a few years ago, and it was mind blowing. But we have an online program. They can contact us at mancusoclinic.com. And we can start. The fact that we always start with a free evaluation with our patient. When someone is coming, we do a free evaluation to understand the situation of the patient, and from that we blend all our team together to have the best results. But the online program is going to be the same. We do a free evaluation at the beginning, and from that we say, okay, with what you have, that's going to be the path to recovery to solve your pain. And with the new technology, we can do posture evaluation, we can do gait analysis, just on the camera, we can see where it's moving, where it's not moving. Then we can help people online now since a few weeks.
Wonderful, wonderful. You call your platform revolutionary platform aimed at transforming healthcare. So your platform is integratedhealth.io. Tell us a bit
Yeah,
about it, so that people know why you call it revolutionary and at transforming healthcare.
integralhealth.io is a big project I have. As a therapist, we understood that our physical limitation can be frustrated. As you said, um, when people leave, what they are going to do. How we can help them to stick with something. And integralhealth.io is a platform that we help other clinics to do the same things than us. We have an online program that clinics can use to support the health of their clients. And because I'm a big believer in a holistic approach. And when you are a physiotherapist, for example, you don't have any knowledge in nutrition, or you don't have any knowledge in mindset or this type of things. And we want to help other clinics to be able to support their client as we support our clients at Mancuso Clinic. And this platform is really to help have a holistic approach to other clinics, and at the same time helping more people, because that's really my biggest goal today. It's helping more people and help understand that health is just only one thing. It's a complete approach, and how we can help other clinic to do the same things. And they can have access to a bunch of program about stretch management, sleeping habits, mindset, nutrition, to help their client. Because I spend a lot of time to develop this program, and I want to help other clinics to be able to spread this program without spending hours and time to develop them. And we had a lot of expert advice from nutritionists, posture expert, to really do a specific program to help people. And we want to bring this program to other clinics, and they can bring that to their client to help them on the long run too.
Right. So, is this website the only place to connect with you? What is the best way for people to connect with you?
It's Mancuso Clinic. I don't know if I can change my.
Uh,
No,
you can
I
you
don't.
can you can share with me. Then I can always add it to the YouTube description.
Okay, it's Mancuso. I'm writing that on the chat at the same time.
Right.
Clinic.com, and here we go. There.
Right. Right.
And they can write me at Sylvain at mancusoclinic.com. Here we go. And they can definitely contact me directly, and I will be happy to help people. The integralhealth.io is more dedicated for businesses who wants to bring this holistic approach in their own business, because it can be challenging as a clinic owner, as I said, to develop this type of program. And for people who wants to try our online program, is at mancusoclinic.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll add those to the YouTube description.
Thank you.
With this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for
You're
joining us.
welcome. Have a great day.